Hello and welcome. I really try not to buy things without you being with me, even something as simple as seeds, because I like you to know where the money's gone. I don't like there ever to be any questions of like, well, where did I'm sure it was a little bit more last session. So I like to do this. I think we might have. I think we'll go two. No, I really think one is going to be enough this time. I think. Even though I said that last time. Yeah, I'm filling the front boxes up on these. Now I know it's saying potatoes, but it's not. It's obviously because the tater thing's attached. I've got the courses for most things set. Oh, we need to. Yeah, let's grab that quickly. Oh, is that just? Hang on a minute. Was that? Oh, well, it nearly was empty. Yeah, it's 2 tons. So you were saying? You were saying? Oh, do you know? Seriously, I think we need 2 more. I do. Because that way you've got the extra. I think we've almost filled the other one up though, so we've really got a little bit of an excess. But yeah, I mean the vegetable technologies. Really, I think this will see us through all of the fields. Absolutely every one. Really. Oh yeah, we need to top that up as well. I know we've got the agrisets on, but it's not about that. It really is just about sticking the boxes on. As I said, the MX has become my go-to. I do love the 3.5 ton, but it causes the what is a bucket stroke. Yeah, I do love the Samurai, but it's just a bit too big. The Joskin the same, and the Joskin's not supposed to be on the front, whereas the Samurai really is, but it's a bit cheeky and really shouldn't. Not on a front 3-point link anyway. You can do it on as a bucket, and then that is absolutely spot on fair. But yeah, not as a front box, because it's like all the front boxes I used to have, which you can do. It's cheeky. It's not really right, and that's when I did. Once I realised and did the testing and actually found out, well, actually, this really isn't right, that I stopped doing it. So. Let's grab these off. I've got the course already for the now then this is the beet field, isn't it? Stick these in. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, wow, the money's going down, and it really is. But then, yeah, it will do. Yeah, we've got to fertilise the field across the road, the little one. We shouldn't have to fertilise. Yeah, the big one, because the 6 metre will have done that. I do love those when you've got that built into the machines. It is a phenomenal thing, really. Oh, but obviously we've already done the liming. So we didn't lime the potato field. Oh, and it's grown. So yeah, it's tough. It is. I always say that now. I've tried to play realistically. You wouldn't like burn the leaves of the thing, so it's tough. We forgot. Oh, no, wrong one. Yeah, we forgot to lime. Oh, I keep forgetting that about the Zeta. Oh, it's dropped some. It has. Oh, yeah, it needs the weight of that. You wouldn't believe it. It's just, yeah. Well, I suppose someone did explain to me a long time ago about how actually even this, so it's 2.2 tons. Obviously, some things are heavier than others. Brilliant. Okay, so we want this on beet. Yeah, I'm so tempted to keep calling it beetroots, because it is beetroots, but then obviously people who don't call it that and just want to call it by the name of the what it says on this. Now it should. Oh, it's not got lines on this. Why have you not? So it's alright. I was unsure whether I've never tried to do that where you've got another implement on. It must be tied to the implement that you've got on, so therefore it did. And when I put the implement down, it destroyed the course. Now that might be obvious to some people, but right. So we want you to be first and left. So next one. I wish they would not open the front of the box. Yeah, the Samurai is but again it's 3.5 tons, so it's a massive weight. Too much for most little things, really. The AV manages because of its super ability to. Yeah, the other one I think I left around here. Yeah, I did. I left it on with the Zeta because the Zeta is not heavy enough to cope with it. Whereas this is not. It is. If you look at its weight, it's actually, I think it's lighter than the Zeta, but its centre of gravity and squat nature actually. Yeah, now that's weird. that has remembered the course. How bizarre. Oh, I might have done a number on myself. I know what I'm like. Oh, no. Yeah, we don't want that mistake. No, we've done that before. Yeah, planting two separate things in one field. It's not fun, and it will do it badly. Right, so then we need... we will get you in as well, but we don't really... No, you're not on that. We need to set the... Yeah, I've got almost everybody's courses ready that I could do in advance, so let's set the weeder going again. Really does gripe me. I'm going to have to try a test, and that is to see... Now, this should have the course, and... Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to try a test to see if a mechanical weeder... Now, I've done it loads of times with a mechanical weeder, and it works. Yeah, now this has got the course. And go. Fantastic. We have Farmer Girl on this one. Smashing. That's filled, so it should be enough, I think. Yeah, I'm hoping that they don't bump into each other. That's why I was quite glad that we'd set one going before the other. Let's grab this beast off the field. And yeah, it's true, we have got growth down the bottom field now on the potatoes, so silly me, forgot about that. Yeah, I did, totally. So then we need to be, yeah, those two are going to do that. We can get loading, thinking about it. We can. We set the wheels in motion, and that's really as much as we can do. So we ought to be getting some loading done, I think, and take that to... Oh, also, more importantly, animals. So, yeah, let's go grab the John Deere. Let's start these two's engines. Although the ridiculous Dominic is just super, so really doesn't need much help. Now then, I don't think we need... Yeah, it's funny, I've not used the front adapter since actually putting it on. I do love this. I know a lot of people don't particularly like them, but I look at it this way, that mankind, I mean that in a non-sexual way, humankind, let's put it that way, for these sensitive times where people get all bent out of shape when you really don't mean anything by it. Yeah, the bottom line is, humankind are very resourceful, and if they set their mind to doing something, truthfully, yeah, it's really minimal draw every time. It's quite amazing. Yeah, about 1.5 tons, something like that. Now this seems to have gone back to its normal needing to be reminded to actually drain it. Yeah, no, 9 tons out of 9 tons. Let's leave it unstrapped. I'm not sure if that makes a bit of difference. I don't think it does. No, we've seen that. Yeah, because we didn't have it strapped. The pig food, it wasn't strapped when we did this. I hate it when it does this. Yeah, that's all gone. So how are we looking at this particular thing? 81 out of 8, so 4 tons. I think we're all right for that. I really don't. Yeah, we will. That'll do us till tomorrow morning, and we've got plenty of straw in there, I remember. I can hear that it was Eater's engine a mile off. Getting to straight little. Brilliant. Fantastic job. Will we need the lorry? Now this was moving ever such a lot. I shifted it at the beginning of the session to here, and by the quarter it was over here into the field again. So that's why I shifted it around the corner. For those eagle-eyed who thought, what's he doing? Why is he shifting that? Because it was like, oh, now did we have births? We did look, didn't we? We did. Smashing. So it was 25%. Yeah, now are they? Yeah, they're the 10-month-olds, and they're the 80% health. So yeah, brilliant. Slurry's up to 20 tons, and I would imagine that we should have quite a bit. When I say quite a bit, we're not talking about cow. Yeah, no, cows produce a stupendous amount of muck. Pigs, not so much. I would imagine this is getting to be. Can't see it. Oh, 8. So that's about, yeah, it was 2 point something tons. So 8 is not bad at all now. Are these two doing nicely? And they're not crisscrossing the stain just in front of each other. There is supposed to be, of course they're really supposed to not do that, but it sort of works some of the time. It's not perfect. Right, I'm going to go into a bit of a time lapse, as we have with all of these monster sessions where you're juggling a lot. I always used to do that in Hobo's Hollow. When you've got a monster session when there's lots and lots to do and you're trying to squeeze it in so people can see quite a bit, the only way really to do it is to time lapse, really. Yeah, when you're trying to squeeze 2 hours into 45 minutes, the time lapse is the perfect solution, where you want to get if you're only twiddling around the yard, it's not quite so bad. Be careful. I want to go, in fact, actually, it's, let's get that off first, and then it's not a bad idea to reverse to the wall rather than, I was right. Tricks, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Learning different things, the best way to do any job. And I do think I'm right, that big harvester, the everything harvester, bar normal crops, the big one that we bought last, I do think that probably could have a thing down at the bottom, a shed, and we'll store all of its headers and all the rest of it down there as well. Now then, let's get a little bit, I think that's not bad. That's it. Now that's the wall. You're hitting the wall now. So let's leave it be. Right, it's time-lapse time. I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. That has got to be one of the worst times yet. It pretty much threw the whole lot off. Do you know? Why am I always an early adopter? Why, oh why am I always an early adopter? You can live with it, but it is a pain. I hate, yeah, like unrealism, and that's unrealism of the grandest amount, really, isn't it? But right, how are we doing on that field? I would have thought it's probably done and they're going over it, but they'll still crack on because they've got to finish the course. Oh no, not quite. No, it's still looking good though. Yeah, carrots. There's a little bit missing. I couldn't see that because the one thing about the ridges, I realised why Giants want you to do the ridges, and that's the fact it shows you wet and dry. The dry bits being the bits where it's not seeded properly. But the corner swishes and that, you can see them quite clearly. Although I've got to be honest, I could see better by the other method where you don't have the ridges. It was clear, different, but completely much better, really. But it is what it is. Yeah, if that's the proper way that most people want to do it, I know you can do it with that, but as I said, it's like all farmers, they wish to give the best chance for their crop to survive, then obviously you're going to do it the better way, aren't you, really? So 119,702, well, and going down obviously. Yeah, we've got it's productions and sheds now. It is equipment that's going to have to wait. I think we've got everything we need anyway, truthfully. I think, yeah, so we've got our animals. We really have done very well. We've pretty much, when that field's done, finished this off. I'll just go and check in a little while. Yeah, it's easy. I find it easy to see the other way. Having done both ways by mistake, I'm doing the other way. I prefer doing it the non-ridged way. Obviously it's cheaper as well, the setup, but obviously in real life, there's the way that it's accepted that it gets done really doesn't mean, yeah, well, obviously it proves we did it. I mean, even in game or without game, but yeah, you can. I know my he used to put something, newspapers around one thing to protect them whilst they grew. There was one particular crop, I think it was celery. Celery's a difficult crop, I believe, to grow, and he grew celery. He used to grow all manner of things. He was a bit of a whiz. My grandpa used to grow things in his greenhouse. He used to win prizes locally for his giant marrows and things like that. Yeah, he was potatoes, tomatoes were his money makers. Yeah, he was a fantastic, beautiful tomatoes, not like the watery tasting tomatoes that we get in the supermarkets. They actually tasted beautiful. Yeah, really sweet and succulent. Yeah, not big. No, money makers are smallish. Although some of them weren't that small, really, but it's a small type, is what I mean. Right, so that's respectable again, it is. So yeah, now we need to broaden our things. We've obviously got our cotton, we want to be making clothes. I think I'm right though, it goes down to a quarter. So that means that 20 tonnes will be 5 tonnes of clothes, but at 18 grand a pop, it still means you're doubling your money really than what you would if you did it the normal method. So let's go and have a quick look across the road, because really, I think you have about done. So you're now going over the bits that you'd already done. Yeah, you can see the dry patches here. These are the bits where it's not done. I don't know whether it's even better for planting with the ridged method, but you can see it sort of like almost goes like damp when you go over the bit. It's almost a bit magic-y. You can see like the field. If you look really closely when you put this down to the right and the left, you can see like the soil, like a bit of a strange animation. Not everywhere. There was on one of the fields, I could see it quite clearly. Can't see it now on this one. But you can certainly see the wet and the dry sort of elements. Yeah, there's a dry patch here. That's the bit like a corner swish that's not been done. Yeah, it's obviously the ridges make it more difficult, and you can literally, it is a bit like that. Yeah, you can see it goes a bit more to the left than you think. That's what I was trying to say. So it's a bit there, and another bit just there. See, yeah, area. So the ridges obviously make it easier to see that, but I never had any difficulty because you actually see the, in a way it obscures the way that this plants if you do it the other way. I liked the other way because you can quite plainly see where you've gone without this wet and dry method where it's sort of like, but it does look like it almost rewards you for doing the ridges. I'm sure this is the seeds are even better than normal, which that's saying something because they normally don't go down very much, but I've hardly lost any seeds. It's like sticking at 99%, and yet when you look on the field I was a bit worried. I thought, is this actually doing anything? Is it doing? But then when you look on the field, it obviously shows you that it really is doing something. That's why it's not done. Yeah, there's a little bit. If you go in a little bit, you're alright. So you've got to just go in slightly. So we've got to do the same on here. I did say this last session, that I thought this was a bit cheeky, really, that we'd actually got this. Yeah, slightly over the line, really. I don't know. Yeah, normally, like a no man's land, it was always difficult to. Sorry about that. I shouted a little bit there. Yeah, getting excited. Yeah, on no man's land, you could plough and then you couldn't plant, or you could plant but then you couldn't harvest. It was ever so strange. You'd think it wouldn't let you plough to begin with on land that's not yours, but it lets you get away with it. Or sometimes I reckon that's because your plough can be 9 metres, and as long as it's a bit like the way that you can cut grass and windrow, if you go to half of the width of your tool, if you do more than half and you're on that, then it will just say you don't have access to the land. So it's a bit of a sort of sneaky thing depending on how big your equipment is, and you can get away with a few little bits. Yeah, you can get away with a few little tricks, really. Yes, it doesn't like going against the flow of the lines. I think we're about there. Stop you because you've already done, really. Let's see, I think there's a few little bits at the top. Let's just quickly go in that. Switch the super strength off. It's ever so strange. If you touch without even touching a tractor with super strength, it's not like I don't know. It did it. It's very strange. Yeah, the only way to get in then is literally to enter, and even then it does strange things because I'm on the right thing. Yeah, the only way to sort of do it is to tab, which I apologise for, but yeah, it's the only way it let me in, which is really bizarre because I hate tabbing now. I really don't do it unless it's a mistake. So let's have a look on the field. Have we? No, it's not looking bad actually. There's a little bit missing where it says we don't have access to the land. There is a little bit here actually of dry. So yeah, well, that's weird because it actually showed that it was done, and yet we can quite plainly see the corner swishes here would exist on a normal field. So yeah, I'm going to trust to what I can see that that's not always right. Yeah, because the field, although let's have a look. Let's zoom in, not out. Now we're really over it. Our icon's over it, but I can't see anything. And there's a couple of dry patches over the other side. Yeah, one to the right over there. I could see one. So maybe this is, it's not. Doesn't mean quite what I think it does. Although I don't know. I'm sure the animation's not lying. I'll have a good look on camera now to see how well we do. But next time, definitely, we've done the animals, we've done everything. Well, yeah, I'll get these off camera. I'll take them across to the yard. Let's have a quick look on this. Yeah, so we've got our field of parsnips. A little bit of a blob missing. I couldn't see what that was. I couldn't see it. I did look. We've got the sorghum planted nicely. I did a bit of cleanup, as you will have seen. The carrots. I put fertiliser on that. I've never heard anyone say you can't fertilise. So I've fertilised that. We'll have a look at that screen in a minute. So yeah, we've got the beets, beetroots, oats, sorghum, carrots, potatoes, parsnips. We've done everything that we have. And of course the new crop a massive monster field full of cotton. So we need to get, yeah, I want to also like to, well, I suppose selling cotton as cotton, if we go out of the Let's Play and we go through this, I'd like to do 2 years though. I'd like to see the full impact of the cotton we do this year and sell it. Even if we don't plant the beginning of the year after, I'd like to finish the processes that we start to see how well we're doing. I'm quite pleased with only having the one production. I mean, what I mean is we've done very well because we've got multiple products within that. I actually quite like that. It's quite amazing, really. Right, no, I wanted to show you. Yeah, I still can't believe that. I'm so gutted about that. I knew it was going to happen. I thought nearly every day the Hardy pack throws out, every month it throws out, or every other month you get one of the Hardy pack appear, and lo and behold, if you'd have relied on it though, it would not have happened, obviously. Right, I believe precision farming. Yeah, interesting fields. That, yeah, I mean, they're not bad, not really. 71 environmental score. It's popping up now. 62 on that. I presume that classes the entire field, really. 77. That's going up nicely. 84. That was quite awful. If you remember that through our score down last year. 82. That's going up nice at 82. Well, 79. We're not worried about that because it's no longer a field. So, yeah, it's a shame really, because that's probably impacts your data a little bit, but hey ho, it is what it is. 71 is not a bad, but for saying we've taken on more fields, and that's one of the downsides to really keep buying your fields, isn't it? Because you keep knocking your data back, your score back down. Right, so that's the fields, that's the pH. So the only two we've not pH that, and we've not pH that. Everything else is pH. We did think of that before. Of course, we'd not prepped the fields, and then it sort of escaped my notice because you've got a lot going on. It is quite amazing. And pH, everything is pH'd. Everything. He says, oh, it isn't. No, that's why I left the fence down here. Yeah, we've got one last job to do. I knew there was, yeah. So I bought it down. I bought the seeds so that these two could. I'm hoping we've got enough. I think we should have. Brilliant. Yeah, that's why I brought it down. I thought, don't forget. And I nearly did. If it hadn't been for looking at that, you see, I would have forgotten. And that, of course, is why good habits, as I said, really is true. If I'd have, and I did know about the pH, it was typical. You're tired, you're at the end of a big session, and you say, oh, I can't see any reason why we can't go through to next month. We've done everything. Not quite. That's the danger in doing that, really, at the end of a session. Sometimes I've got to be a little bit more wise and say, no, we're not doing that, because, yeah, it's knowing that, isn't it? That's the trouble. Brilliant. And let's go up here. Yeah, this needs all the help it can get, because obviously this is the nastiest field we've got. The silty field, really, it's nearly all silted. There's only a teeny weeny little patch of any goodness in it, but it still grows reasonably well. It's not, yeah, I mean, I often sort of, I love the additional bonus ones. They are fantastic, and they do give you a cracking extra bonus, but the silty ones, they still do reasonably well. It's not worth not buying a field because it's silty. I mean, of course, I try to buy the ones with a bonus if they're in an area where you've already got them. I mean, we've got quite a spread of fields really. We go quite far, yeah, far and abroad really. But I mean, they'll start. But it's obviously some of our fields are very, very long. So, but as we're going to leave it, yeah, 119,599. All of the work is done that we're going to do and that we can do. So we should have a good crop of potatoes, which should last us, a good crop of carrots, because we've already got a ton of carrots anyway, a massive crop of parsnips, because I think we're about out. So now it's the time of sheds and productions. Yeah, we've still got 210 tons of carrots. Say the red beets too, we've got a big field of those. That's really going to I mean, I'm looking forward to doing the harvest this year, because obviously we're going to collect it. It's not a double process where you're going to like chuck it on the floor and then pick it up. But with the stuff that we'd got, that really was the best way to do things. So we're completely out of potatoes. Probably one more month of parsnips. I can't. No, it's halves it. So it's parsnip soup. No, it's up. You go down like that. 300. So yeah, it's going to split that. If it's just 2 tons, I think that's 2 days of parsnips, 2 months of parsnips. So that would take us right till May, June, and then we harvest in August. I think. Have we planted in the? Yeah, we planted at the earliest possible opportunity. So that means we will harvest in August. Yeah, so only going to be a couple of months out of that one. And this is what I'm saying, it's keeping the processes going. And that's why sometimes zipping out of a Let's Play a little early is sometimes a bit sort of punishing, really. Yeah, it's sort of, you don't see the full process. But the other thing is, you've got to know when to sort of quit, because it is. I think I'm a little bit too. I did say this last session. A little bit too prone to go a little bit too early. It's the hitch on this. It's not that it's not powerful enough. It's the hitch for the equipment that we've got. It pushes into the ground too much. Now there was, I think it was the Sammy. I used to have the Sammy quite frequently, and it had a front 3-point link that equally was quite awful. Yeah, it was only fit for having a weight. If you did anything else, it always went too far into the ground and you drag around, and it was bad. So yeah, but yeah, I've got a terrible habit. I realise that of like saying goodbye and then realising I've not said something, and then half saying goodbye and then saying goodbye a second time. I've got to get better at this. Right. But I am literally, yeah, I'm chuffed with where we're going. We're at April. We have done all of our fieldwork for the year. So now it's looking after the crops, making sure, well, I mean, we've done it really. We've done all the weed. Now that's the point. Did we look at weeding? Just wanted to check. Yeah, we should be all right, because, yeah, we ploughed that one. We've weeded a second time that, and there's no weeds growing. We ploughed, so there's no weeds there. Ploughed that. And 57 is that, did we, I can't remember, I think we ploughed it. I think we did. It's not saying it wants anything, so no, sorghum, that's it. So yeah, we're good. Yeah, I'm quite chuffed about it. So we've got trees to plant. And do I leave myself a message? I think I will. We're going to literally lease the Damcon. I am going to lease it, though. It is true. It just seems silly to me to buy it. So that's the PL75, the in-game one. I'm going to use the beautiful little Black Sheep modding one, which is a beaut. And we are going to lease that. Yes. And we're also going to buy some pallets of... We're going to stick to the prop ones. I seem to recall it uses... yeah, I don't know what that one's for. The 2.4 is. So it's... Yeah, but there is a one that is for... Yeah, the Damcon ones. 50 pieces, 1,500. So... oh, that is a point. Spruce pine. It is spruce, isn't it? Spruce is the one that I want. It is. It's the one that does the trees. That I like. That goes into a hedge. I always used to think it was pine, but they're not the ones that I know of as pine trees. Right, so I want to buy, I think, at least 2. And then we're going to look to see if that is enough, because I didn't look and see how many. 2 for 1. Yeah, now I'm sure it's going to count some of those very spindly trees. So that would be 150, but there were an awful lot of those like really spindly ones. I'm not classing those as a tree. I'm not. So I think we're not far off. We've done 100 trees. 70, I would say 50 odd of those at the most were big. And some of them were the teeny weeny little bushy type trees. So I think I'm going to stick with that. I'm quite happy with that. We're going to get that done, and we're going to build some sheds. Definitely. We're not planting them. Definitely not. But yeah, all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this exciting journey. I'm thoroughly enjoying this, and I've got to be honest, I've done it again. I've got to say goodbye and then start to do something else. That doesn't need rolling, does it? It still says needs rolling. It doesn't need rolling. You don't roll it. That's bizarre. It's like the fields itself's gone funny. We know, well, we have had it happen before. Let's look at the other one, because if it needs rolling, then that would need rolling too. And it doesn't. 53 and potatoes, none of them need rolling, so that's bizarre. Yeah, it's reading wrong. I have no idea why it's saying that, but that means we're probably going to take a slight hit for that. Is it, you do lose 2%, or do you gain 2% for rolling? I don't think we lose anything, but yeah, it is what it is. That was the saying. I've completely departed from my norm of the production shed. I think we will put it down, but only for making a bit of lime, and even that we could live. I could do the lime crushing mod. That was my first instinct, because I wanted not to do the production shed, not because I love it, that's not because of that, but it's just nice to sometimes do sort of different things. But there is the lime crushing mod, the original. Well, there's another one as well in the production revamped mods set. I'm not a fan of that one, if I'm honest. I will prefer the original one. You need to have a bit of water, and I think it's gone up in price to what it was, and that's the one reason why I'm a little bit loath. Yeah, that one's 10 tons, and really it's cheap, and it's alright just for doing just lime, so that is an option for that. I think the other one now, it's 25,000, I thought it was 40. Earns a lot though, so even from the 20 tons we've got, we'd probably make that back, and then if we're doing stones again next year. But there are other options, if I remember right, as well, so we will have a look at other things too. Yes, but this time I really am going. Yeah, all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.